Hello, welcome to
Billboards promoting people skipping showers.
You see, I knew I was doing it right.
Save water shower tomorrow.
Did a 13-year-old make that billboard?
Are you kidding me?
Software updating your vehicle will be available by 3:29 AM. I'm genuinely speechless, which isn't ideal for a YouTube video. There is not an app in the world that is worth you not being able to drive your car. I'm just saying, don't get rid of that dusty old truck in the shed just yet.
Tell me why I'm in Five Below and my daughter's like, ooh, look. And I'm like, girl, we are not getting dressed it up and make it all pretty. Nuh-uh. And the Ouija board is still... They done set this out here, y'all. They are promoting this to the kids.
Yeah, that's disturbing. Just put the Ouija boards next to the Barbie dolls. Jenny will love communicating with demons for her birthday.
She convinced a family she was 12 years old and got adopted, but she's really a serial con artist who's pulled off some genuinely unhinged scams. First, she tricked of a church into believing she was a young autistic girl named Gabriella who escaped an abusive home. She gained the trust of the congregation and not only received financial assistance but had a family take her in. She drank milk out of a bottle, used a pacifier, faked night terrors, and spoke in a fake high-pitched voice. She claimed she was forced to take hormones, which affected her physical appearance, and her new family believed it for over a year, even throwing her a birthday party. But that's when a relative thought something was a bit off with Gabriella and did some digging. Turns out this wasn't Gabriella's first rodeo. She's 37 and has done this at least 3 other times.
No.
She convinced someone she was 12. Jenny, you're not a 37-year-old woman, are you? No. Okay, checks out. Did they, look at her? How do you confuse a 37-year-old with a 12-year-old? And I thought my eyesight was bad.
6G will track everyone, everywhere, all day, every day. That's what the CEO of Qualcomm just admitted in a podcast.
6G is going to do, not only at your neighborhood, not only at the city, at the state, but at the entire country level, will map the digital twin, I think, of the world. And that also become very interesting. Of course, in today's, I think, environment, if I say that, everybody will understand it. Like you can do drone detection. Everything that is moving is going to be tracked. You have a radar at scale.
So basically, 6G won't just track digital devices. They're talking about building a model of the entire world where they can track anything that moves.
I just weed a little, and not in a good way. Is there a good way to wee yourself? I digress. Why is that dude so openly telling us they're going to track everything we do like it's a good thing?
This is even scarier than what he admitted earlier.
What is 6G? 6G is designed for AI. So in addition of the networks making connectivity and give you faster connections, will sense everything around you. You take the AI to the next level, you can actually get facial recognition of everybody in the room. That's going to be done at scale at a 6G network, and that's more context.
It almost makes no sense for him to admit something like this so publicly. Well, you can go to your local Nokia store and get a 6G implant.
About 6G earlier, which is around 2030, I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual kind of the most common interface.
And by the way, there is absolutely no way in the world anyone is implanting me with 6G technology. You're going to have to find me first, and my cabin in the woods has no address. Thank you very much.
That's why we call them stars. In Hollywood, we call them the stars because they're possessed by the spirits of the fallen angels. That's the idea, and that's why they put their hands in the ground when they mark their hands as the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's a permanent. I'm bowing down to the stars. I'm bowing to the fallen angels. That's. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the people on the thing. That's why they put their hand marks in there. The hand mark is a representation of I'm bowing, because to put a hand mark on the ground, you have to bow.
Now that they put it like that, does anyone care about Hollywood now anyway? Isn't it all streaming platforms these days? Which 6G is going to make faster? That sounds good. Oh, wait a minute. After the first meter of him hits the water, that's when I'm screaming like a 37-year-old pretending to be 12.
You also saw a Nordic alien?
I did, on Orcas Island. I was visiting a friend there, and I woke up the next morning after we were talking about a bunch of stuff, and he'd gone down to the store, which is quite a ways away from his property, to get some food. And so I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to take a walk on his property. He had like 20 acres in the woods. So I start walking, and I come over this ridge, and there'd been no one out, and all of a sudden there's this person who literally looks like a male model, like a Scandinavian male model with kind of longish blonde hair in a weird kind of more like European clothes, whatever. And they say, hello, Brent. Like they're about 20 feet, a little bit further down the hill. And I'm thinking, how's he know my name? Secondly, I did not see his mouth move. And I was like, hello. And he said, turn around and walk the other way. But he's not looking threatening. And I kind of was like, got it, on it. Turn and I walk away. And now I'm getting a little bit freaked out. I get a ways down and I look back and he's not there anymore. My friend comes back and I say, okay, I just had a really weird experience. He goes, oh, with one of those tall white people? I'm like, what do you know about them? And he goes, they have a compound on the Orcas Island, and they come in a black helicopter unmarked to a facility that's all gated, and there's about 8 of them. And they come here and they stay here for a couple days at a time, apparently when this energy is really high.
I don't care. I love stories like that. The unmarked helicopter bit is a bit unbelievable though, as opposed to the Nordic aliens walking around the island. Have any of you heard of weird stories from Orcas Island? There seems to be a lot of strangeness associated with that place.
My brain is not comprehending this because it's down here and there's a waterfall coming back there, but it literally looks like it's coming from the log. Like there's no water flowing into that log to fall down. So where is that water coming from? Am I crazy?
My best guess is the log is crying.
America, triangle-shaped object spotted over Area 51. Now we have pictures of it, and some people believe that this is a new form of aircraft that's superior to anything on Earth that we know of. Now this is an image that was spotted over Area 51. Some people believe this is a Boeing F-47 that's being tested right now. Other people believe it's an unknown type of aircraft that we're developing, and God only knows what its purpose. Different than the Dorito that was spotted over Area 51 just months ago.
Don't tell me I'm the only one who had the first thought that that's human-made based on alien technology. You ain't telling me Derek at Boeing designed that. There definitely does seem to be strange craft being test flown around Area 51. Are we ever going to get to the bottom of the mysteries of that place?
Every now and then my camera actually captures something. Now y'all saw that what flew over into the next yard. Now watch what happens next. So the camera detected motion. Here comes 2 orbs. Now in the beginning of the video, y'all saw what flew over there. Now watch what comes back. When I tell y'all that I am seeing creatures, I am seeing galactic creatures, ETs. Now here it comes. Y'all see it, right? I'm thinking it's a fairy. It's some sort of strange light. Come on now. How, y'all, if that wasn't a shapeshifter, let me know, y'all. Shapeshifters are basically spirits.
I'm not sold. I always think these videos are junk and it's just cameras not accurately capturing people walking by.
You are looking at the preserved blood vessels of a Tyrannosaurus rex. These have been isolated from a T-Rex fossil, and a paper was just published that finally reveals a little bit more about how this can happen. In this paper, they looked at 2 different examples of this stretchy tissue. They used the example from Tyrannosaurus rex and then Brachylophosaurus canadensis, and they were using a new method, resonance Raman imaging, to look for specific unbroken bonds that are associated with hemoglobin. The fact that they were able to use this new method to show that the hemi was still actually bonded shows that this wasn't bacteria that was just kind of contaminating the fossil.
Jurassic Park is coming, isn't it? I'll still visit though. You know our ego is wanting to remake these things in a lab.
Thing called Foglets. It's basically nanotechnology. You can create anything. Mountains, you can create clouds. There's military escorting these people people in Mexico. And Jesse Michael says this is completely speculative. They got ambushed by like these guys in not U.S. uniform. They had all the military equipment. They take the guy out, the military guy.
Brutally.
It's terrible. They load these people up in a crate, a container, attach it to a helicopter, and they're flying. And the U.S. satellites saw this whole incident take place. These generals are talking like, did you send an ops team to do this? Special operations against special operations. Creepy stuff. They send 2 fighter pilots to come basically tell them, hey, you guys gotta go land. All of a sudden, there's a mountain. And this guy's going supersonic speed. His electrical system goes out. He ejects going at supersonic speed. Other pilot saw this happen. His electrical system goes out. He crashes. But before they crash, they see this helicopter fly into the mountain. So like they said, it was 3D, then 2D, then completely transparent. They flew into it and there's a tunnel. And so this goes back to this whole Foglets thing. It can be used to match your biometric data too. So like in theory, like there's a mountain, you can punch it and your arm would go through it if it matches your biometric data. But if it doesn't, boom, you're really punching a rock.
So this is technology that can potentially physically alter our reality. We do always hear about UFOs coming in and out of mountains. Maybe this is a sort of technology alien crafts are using to cloak themselves from us? Don't quote me on that. Just your normal summer weather there. What is going on in the world? This has been the James Linker Experience. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.